Good afternoon, everybody. It's Nafsi Yoga, and it's back time one. Don't ask me why I'm naming it that. I'm just calling that back time number one. So the focus, of course, will be your back, upper and lower back, and a little bit of core work, and of course, work on hamstrings as well. So do what you can. Remember your breath, and let's get into this. Let's start in ragdoll. So from a standing posture, your feet can be about hips width apart. If you want to work on your balance, you can bring your feet together. But I suggest have your feet apart, no wider than your hips. And let's do a forward fold. Go ahead and bend your knees. And I'm letting my hands just run down the legs. You don't have to purposely reach for the mat. If you can't reach the mat folding over, don't sweat it. Hands can rest on top of the feet or your shins. Try to relax the head. Let it hang. And of course, keep your knees soft. Bend as much as you need to here. And you're going to you will feel the extension along the lower back and possibly in the hamstrings. Now, keep your eyes open, keep your balance, and frame your head. So grab opposite elbows if you can, framing your head. And you can nod your head, yes, no, make sure there's no tension there. And you can even pull to the side, one side, then the other side, stretching the torso, working the laterals. Nice, nice and easy. Nothing too fast here. And bend your knees a little more as you need to, because as you move your torso side to side, yeah, you're going to feel the tension increase in the hamstrings. And release the arms to the mat. Nice. Come up halfway. Give me a flat back. So the hands can rest right above the knees. Bring your torso up. And yeah, my knees are still soft here. Some of you may have your legs extended all the way, which is fine. Just don't hyperextend. Now reach the chest further out. Try to reach the chest to the front of your yoga space, your core. Your stomach is in. Your shoulders move away from the ears. Nice. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, slide the hands down the legs once again and roll up slowly. So bend the knees more. You can even take your hands on top of the knees to help roll up all the way. And give me a small back bend. Hands on hips, pelvis forward. Lift the heart as we come back just a little and bring it up to neutral. Groovy. Chair pose. All right, once again, feet are about hips width apart. Rest your hands on your knees or right above your knees and lean forward a little and bend your knees. So we're going to bend our knees quite a bit here. All right, now from this relative position, can you see your toes? That's the big part. If you can't see your toes, shift your hips back until you can see some or all of your toes. And now let's bring the torso up a little. Keep the hips where they're at. Just roll the torso, roll the shoulders back. Nice. You're going to feel the tension on the low back. Your stomach is in. That's it. Good. Weight is in the heels. Now let's get those arms and extend them. Now, if you're unable to extend your arms, go ahead or straight up. You can bring your arms out. If this is too much, hands at heart center, or keep your hands resting on top of your legs, right on top of your thighs, okay? Lots of options here. The focus of this posture is your quadriceps, your core, and your low back. But that only comes with bringing the torso up where you can. All right, inhale through the nose. Exhale, forward fold. That's it. Lengthen the legs, reach for the mat, and roll up slowly. Going into the postures purposefully and a little slowly, we actually end up burning a little more. So let's try it one more time. This time, bring the arms up. Inhale the arms all the way up. Hands, shoulders width apart, and sit down into that invisible chair. And any posture, any length is good here. So this is good, maybe deeper. Maybe you're not down as far. Bottom line, weights in your heels. Legs are somewhat bent. You feel your quadriceps fire up here. Core is in because we're leaning torso back. Okay. That's it. You guys look good. We've got this. Keep your head neutral, or you can look slightly down. That's fine. Another inhale. Exhale, forward fold, reaching for the mat, top of the feet or shins, and roll up. Nice. Thunderbolt prayer twist. All right, for this one, inhale your arms up, bring your palms together. Exhale the breath as the palms come down to your heart center, and sit down for our third chair pose. That's it. So we're sitting into our invisible chair here. Hands at heart center. Let's twist to the right. Twist to the right. We're going to twist the torso to the right. The left elbow can go on top of the right knee, but it doesn't have to. I'll turn up here so you can see about what it looks like here from the side. So just turn the torso as far as you can. If your elbow doesn't come down to the knee, don't sweat it. Looks good. Inhale. Exhale back to center. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. That's it. Just twist where you can. Keep the hips, keep the knees and feet exactly where they are. One more breath in. Exhale back to center. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold, lengthen the legs, and roll up slowly. Nice. Okay, how about a small back bend here? Hands on hips, pelvis forward, lift the heart, and bring it up to neutral. Great, here we go. Eagle arms. Now, the focus on our eagle arms is upper back. So, I like to swing into the posture. I'm going to swing my right arm underneath the left, and then I'm going to try to bring the palms together. Now, I'm pretty far off from getting the palms together, so I'm just going to grab my fingers where I can. And if this is too much for you, you can grab opposite shoulders. And you can also palms together, elbows together, and just lift the elbows up. Lots of options here, okay? So first, right arm under the left. So I can grab my hands at this point. If you can twist your hands to get your palms together, even better. And we're going to try to lift the elbows to get them parallel to the floor. Now I'm pretty tight here, so we'll do what we can. But you feel your shoulders working, the trapezius muscle. So the space in between the shoulders or the shoulder blades, that's what's happening. And compression on the upper chest. Inhale. Exhale, release. Shake the arms. Yeah, we got to do the other side. All right, I'm going to take the left arm and swing it under the right. And I am so coming up short on this one. I'm nowhere near. So I'm just going to grab opposite shoulders. And I'm happy right here. So do what you can on this part. Now, one thing you can do if you're grabbing opposite shoulders, lift the elbows. Try to get them to that. They're parallel to the floor. That's it. It's going to be pretty tight on the shoulders, but work it where you can. Now, I know this is part of the full posture, Garudasana, where we actually twist the legs as well, but we're just doing the arms today as we work on extending the upper back. Do one more breath. Exhale and release. Oh, shake it out, please. Okay, from here, volcano pose. So we're going to bring the arms up. Palms, stay it. And just because I'm out of camera range, I'm going to come down so you can see. Hands should be about shoulders width apart and just extend the arms up. Reach and extend. That's it. All right, that's it. So we're standing nice and tall, feet together or slightly apart. Keep the fingers active as they reach towards the ceiling. Extend. Now bring the fingers together, palms up, and press the palms towards the ceiling. That's it. Try to bring the arms, the biceps back towards the ears. We're lifting the heart towards the ceiling. We have a small back bend engaged. That's it. Looks good. Give me another breath. It's a nice chest opener. Let's give it 3 more inhales. Keep the palms pressing to the ceiling. And 1 more. And on that exhale, release the arms to the sides. Shake them out. Okay, looks good. All right, eagle pose. Let's try 1 more eagle pose. We're going to do this one with a forward fold. So I'm going to face the side of the mat and open up the legs. So the feet are opening up slightly beyond your shoulder width. Pigeon toe the feet. So the toes come in, heels are going out. And you may be a little closer together than I am at this point. All right, pick your best side. I'm going to take my right arm underneath my left and grab my fingers on this one. We'll only do one side here, so you pick your best side. All right, here we go. Inhale. And on your exhale, forward fold. Yep, keep your eagle arms as they are. Keep the legs nice and long as we do a forward fold. Nice. Now, with your arms twisted as they are, maybe grabbing the shoulders, you're going to feel a little more tension in the upper back. It's going to be from the upper back to the lower back to the hamstrings. Just breathe nice and deep. In and out through the nose. You may find yourself getting a little deeper with the posture with every exhale. Keep your eyes open. If it becomes too much here, just release your arms to the mat. In fact, let's go for 2 more breaths. Last breath in. And release the arms. Ooh. Keep your head low, keep your torso low. And from here, if your hands are on the mat, great. Try to walk your hands forward till you have a flat back. Or as flat as you can. I'm on my fingertips here, lifting the torso up. Great. And from here, heel toe the feet together and roll up slowly. So your hands can come on top of the knees as we roll up all the way. Standing and shake it off. All right. Not bad. Okay, let's make our way closer to the mat. Work downward facing dog. So Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, arms come up, inhaling the whole way. Exhale, forward fold. Come up halfway. Exhale your hands to the mat, and I want you to walk your hands forward or walk your feet back to downward facing dog. So from a side, you look like an A. And let's go through the numbers, shall we? Hands are about shoulders width apart. Fingers are spread, but favor the pinky. Relax your head in between your arms. You're looking at your feet or your knees or the wall behind you. Your feet can be apart if they are no wider than your hips. And we're trying to bring the heels towards the mat. They may not touch the mat, but that's what we're gunning for. All right, let's walk it out, please. Lift one heel, lower the other. You can even shift the whole body left and right a few times. Come onto your toes. Go ahead and lift the heels up as far as you can, and heels come down. Nice. Inhale. And on your exhale, bring your knees down slowly. So you're on all fours. And from here, child's pose. So bring your big toes together, knees apart, hips to heels. Feel free to fold your arms and rest your head on your arms. And just breathe. If your hips are not coming to your heels, don't worry about it. Just go where you can. Use your breath Sink deeper into your posture with each exhale. And feel free to take the knees and open them up a little more. If it makes you feel a little more comfortable with breathing, then do so. One more breath in. Next inhale, bring it up to all fours for cobra pose. All right, so from all fours, we're going to lie down. Big toes are together, feet are flat on the mat, hands are underneath the shoulders. All right, chin is on the mat. Baby cobra, lift chin and chest. Do that on an inhale. So when I say baby cobra, no pressure on the hands. So you may not come up too far. It's all about your lower back working. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Keep your head neutral and breathe. Last breath in. And on your exhale, recover slowly, chin back to the mat. We'll try that one more time. But give it a minute here. Let's give it 3 breaths just to rest where we are. Okay. Next inhale, cobra pose. Lift chin and chest. This time you can add a little pressure to the hands, pressing against the mat and lift up a little higher. Hey, think about the shoulders. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. That's it. Your shoulder blades are coming together. Nice. Now it's not just your back, it's your biceps working. Inhale. Exhale, recover. Ooh, nice. All right, Sphinx pose. Come onto your forearms, please. All right, so we're on our forearms, so our chin and chest are propped up a little bit here. I call this Sphinx pose. So we're working passively to a degree into the lower back. All right, looking pretty good. I had a little bit of tension in my neck, so just dropping it here works well. All right, from Sphinx. Yeah, we got to give it a go. Let's try plank. We're going to give plank for 4 breaths and then go to Balasana. So come onto your toes. Nice. And from here, press the pelvis off the mat, only a few inches. Okay? Un poco pulgadas. If I'm getting that Spanish right. We're just picking up the pelvis off of the mat. Keep your head neutral. Breathe nice and deep in and out through the nose. I know, pressure's on the forearms and on the elbows. Last breath in. And on the exhale, bring your knees down and then press your hips back to child's pose. This has the added advantage of extending the back, the spinal column. And it's a resting posture to be sure, but make changes as you need to. So I have my arms folded. You can always swing your arms to the sides or have your arms extended. Lots of options for child's pose. Okay, next inhale. Then on your next inhale, let's bring it up for number 2. So we're coming back to Sphinx pose on your forearms. And the top of your feet, of course, are flat on the mat for right now. So a little passive work here. And I know we've got a little bit of core work here. So it's not much. It's not much. Okay, let's do this. Come onto your toes, please. And on your next inhale, lift the pelvis off the mat a few inches. Keep your head neutral. Think about your core. It's supporting your low back. Think about your breath. Just don't think about it. Breathe in and out through the nose, nice and deep. Wonderful. One more breath. And on the exhale, knees down, press your hips back to child's pose. Nice. This should feel comfortable here as we come out of that strenuous position of plank. We'll give it 3 breaths. And whatever posture you actually find yourself in, just relax there. Whether your knees are slightly further apart, if your hips are not touching the heels, no matter. Make child's pose yours and just relax in it. Give me one more breath in. And on the next inhale, let's bring it up. Ooh, we're gonna do camel pose, also known as Ustrasana. Now, I did say no extra items, but if you're working off of hardwood floor, the like, a towel or a blanket, please, for your knees. Don't be brave, especially at home. Just use something. If you have knees like mine, then a blanket always works nicely. Okay, camel pose is our back bend. So you're on your knees. Knees and feet are 6 to 8 inches apart. We'll take our hands and place them on our low back, fingers pointing down. All right, let's start by pushing the pelvis forward, rolling the shoulders back. That's it. You'll feel a little back compression. You'll feel even more on your thighs, the top part of your thighs, as you keep the pelvis pressing forward. Your eyes are open, breath is deep. We're not coming back too far with this one. Nice, one more breath in. And on your next inhale, bring it forward. And on your exhale, bring it down. We're going to bring our forehead all the way down to the mat into a modified child's pose. I like doing this just to extend the lower back as we put all the compression there. And recover. All right, number 2, Ustrasana, camel pose. We'll take our hands on our lower back again. We're going to go deeper this time. Okay, one breath in. Next inhale, pelvis forward, shoulders roll back. Try to come back just a little more than you did last time. Okay, from here, hey, you can keep your hands on your lower back or bring your hands to your heels. If you're unable to reach your heels, come onto your toes. And if you're still unable to reach your heels with your feet on your toes, well, on your toes, then just keep your hands on your lower back, okay? All right, keep the pelvis moving forward, roll the shoulders back, give me one more inhale. And on your exhale, bring it up and down. Nice and controlled. Don't flop all the way down, please. And after that compression on the low back, it should feel even better to come forward, forehead close to the mat. Give it one breath here. And recover. Hey, let's do one more. We got this. This is called camel pose or Ustrasana. Hands start off on the low back and let's go. Pelvis forward, shoulders roll back. You're more than welcome to release your hands to your heels at this point. Keep pushing the pelvis forward. Come on back a little more. That's it. Eyes are open, please. Breath is deep. Last breath in. And on that exhale, bring it up and all the way down. Wow. Oh. Yeah, I'm feeling that one, folks. Woo. Camel. Camel can play havoc with one's emotions. I think I've told that story more than a few times. All right, let's have a seat on our mat, please. Legs out in front for Paschimottanasana, a seated forward fold. Now, we did a standing forward fold. Same thing seated. From here, let's start with bending the legs. Let's not take any chances. Your back may be a little tender at this point, so bend the legs a little bit or as much as you need to. Reach forward and grab your toes. Now, this is the point where I also like to say, if you can't reach your feet, you can use a strap or a towel, okay, whatever you need. You guys know the score. But go ahead and start with your legs slightly bent and have the stomach on the thighs and pull forward. So when you pull forward, your chest comes forward. That's it. Chest comes forward lengthening the back. So we're trying to go for a flat back. And from here, feel free to slide the heels forward a little bit as the torso comes down just a little. Eventually, the legs will be extended all the way. Your forehead will be on your knees, or maybe on the upper part of your shins. So I'll extend my legs all the way at this point. And remember, don't look at your waistline. We're trying to keep a flat back as you pull and pull. Keep the tension there. You'll feel this on your hamstrings. You'll feel this on your lower back. If you get any cramps at all, just come out of the pose. Do not work through any cramps. Just ain't worth it, folks. It's only yoga. We'll be okay. One more breath and release your grip. Roll up slowly. Ooh, hands on the mat next to your hips, fingers pointing forward. Lift your shoulders. Roll them back. Lift your heart towards the ceiling and recover. Okay, nice work for Paschimottanasana. Core work, I know, a little more core work. I know you're complaining. Since we're here, let's do boat pose, Navasana. Go ahead and bend your legs, feet are flat. And if this is your first time with me, from this posture, take your hands behind your knees, take one leg up, and then the other. So we're trying to keep the torso up and the legs, pretty much where they're at. Now, as you progress, you'll take one hand and then the other, you'll extend it. And then with time, we'll extend both legs. Now, you may, at one point, this may be too much for the legs, so you can go ahead and bend your legs, but hang out here. Make this your default posture for now. And then, extend your legs as you can. We have 2 more breaths. And recover. Whew. We're going to try that one more time for Navasana. And yes, it's usually when I like to talk about what you had for lunch. So now that you're thinking about what you had for lunch, let's get the next set in. Lift your legs up. So one thing that I was talking to a friend of mine about at work today was a deep fried In-N-Out burger. Yes, this lady used a double In-N-Out burger. I've never had one before. I've never been In-N-Out, but she used that. Beat an egg, dipped it in the egg, the whole hamburger in the eggs, dipped it in panko, and then deep fried it. And right after that, I think she'd already dialed 9 and 1 and was just waiting to dial that last 1. I mean, just thinking about it. But now, of course, I want a Monte Cristo. If you haven't had a Monte Cristo, a deep fried sandwich. Yes, we're still in boat pose. Come on, we gotta work it out. It's Monday. We got this. Give me one more breath and recover. Oh, shake the legs out. Good stuff. Okay, here it is. Oh, cobbler's pose. For cobbler's pose, bend your legs, open the knees, soles of the feet come together. Soles of the feet come together and your knees open up. Now, I oftentimes like to raise my hips a little bit with this one. I've got really tight hips, and not the best knees in the world. So sitting on a block or a blanket, you get the hips a little higher, closer towards where the knees are, helps out a lot. All right, this is the default position here. I'm letting gravity take my knees and open them up. You're more than welcome to lean forward, take that forehead to your feet. I know many of you can do that on the session here. So if that's your default posture, go for it. Just lean forward with your forehead going towards your feet. For those of you who practice Ashtanga, that version of power yoga, that is what we do in the first series. So when we do this posture, cobbler's pose, it's automatic. We lean forward. And many of the hatha yoga classes that I teach and I practice, we hang out right here. Keep working the knees until one day we'll get the outer part of the knees on the mat. And you can do this just with gravity. You can use your elbows to push in a bit. You can even use sandbags. And do the cheap thing that I like to do. Go get a Ziploc bag and put some sand in it. You can even use your kitchen scale or your bathroom scale to weigh it. I'd say no more than a pound. If you're feeling daring, a pound and a half. You can put that weight on your knees. And this works great. I'd say hang out here for no more than say 4 to 5 minutes when you're doing your own practice at home. Bring those heels in a little closer. The perineum here, bring the heels in and just let the knees open up. All right, if you're keeping your torso tall, like I am for the most part, we're lifting the heart a little bit, purposely going for a flat back. Nice. All right, if your forehead is on your feet, on your next inhale, lift your torso, join the rest of us. And from here, bring your knees up. Hug your knees in. Nice. That feels pretty good. Okay, Bharadvasana pose. Since I'm on a block, I'm going to stay here. But you can do this one without a block. I'm going to take my left leg, bend it, and then take my right leg. So my right foot's on top of the left knee. And I'll turn to the side so you can see a little better here. I also call this a cheerleader's drop. All right, so the left leg is bent, the right leg is bent, so the right foot is on top of the left knee, and we're going to twist to the right. Twisting to the right, trying to keep the torso as tall as we can. As we twist and look over the right shoulder. That's it. Hold here, and I'm using my hands as brace points. And recover. Other side. We are almost there, folks. Looking good. I'm bending my right leg all the way back now. My left foot's on top of the right knee. And we twist the torso to the left. I'm feeling this side, no doubt. It's a little tighter here, but we are trying to keep the torso tall. As we twist and twist, looking over the left shoulder. Keep your head neutral. Don't look up or down per se. Just keep it neutral as we look and recover. All right, well done. Let's go for Sukhasana, a comfortable seated posture. Any seated posture is fine. You can sit in Padmasana. Your legs can be extended. Any posture works well. From your Ujjayi Pranayama breath, disengage it at this point. Okay? Just breathe regularly and take a scan of the body, crown of the head, shoulders, upper chest, back, core, hips, knees, ankles, and toes. What's happening in the body right now? You may have some other areas to work on. Hot shower may come into play after the session. But let's give it one nice deep inhalation, and we're going to exhale through the mouth. So inhale. Nice. 2 more soft breaths. Find your own center. And an awesome session. With one last deep inhalation, bring the arms up and overhead, palms come together. Exhale the breath as the hands come down, past your third eye to your heart center. From your mat to your world, remember always to remain kind. Remain gentle, and always remember to stay fearless. Thank you for a great session this evening. Thank you, and namaste.